Is it this one?
In 2019 as the new.
Nope. Oh, there we go. Alright. First and foremost, I want to say, Call Halal, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. This is your brother War, making a video to feed the sheep, to edify the lambs. Shalom to the Akim, the Akwatim, they're going to be watching this video. Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Barak Thumb. Call Halal, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. And this is going to be a quick one because I seen the title on this sister's video, and this sister knows she's a Jew. She knows she's a Israelite. Right? I'm presuming from the tribe of Judah, I presume, but her last name seems like it might be Latino or Spanish, so I'm thinking maybe her dad might be a Northern Kingdom. But a lot of people on their comments be like Negro only. But you can see like there's mainly Jake, the Southern Kingdom on here. They're all saying Shalom, Shalom. Hey, Shalom. So it's nice that people are waking up. But the title says Blacks and Hispanics now make a majority of people under age 16, which that is biblical prophecy. So let me pause this real quick and get a preset. And I'm on my computer right now. Right, so it's the Exodus. This is Exodus chapter 1, verse 12. Let me get the whole chapter. It says, let me start verse 7. And it says, and the children of Israel were fruitful, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Indians, right, fruitful in their seed. They multiply and get lots of children. That's what the Most High blessed a lot of the Israelites with, right? And increased abundantly and multiplied and waxed exceeding mighty, and the land was filled with them. Now there rose up a new king over Egypt, which knew not Joseph. And he said unto his people, behold, the people of the children of Israel are more and mightier than we. Come on, let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply. And it come to pass that when there falleth out any war, they join also unto our enemies, and fight against us, and so get them up out of the land. Therefore they did set over them taskmasters to afflict them with their burdens, and they built for Pharaoh's treasure cities, Pithom and Ramses. Verse 12, this is the point. But the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew, and they were grieved because of the children of Israel. Okay? And she's gonna go talk into an article, which you already see the title says, Blacks and Hispanics will make a majority of people under age 16. The Esau's already not in the European countries. They're already declining in their birth rates. You know, their scientists, Esau's scientists already say that by the year 2050 that there would be, is it, let me see if I can pull it up. Yeah, they say the so-called the white people would become the minority by 2050, right? And they're already the minority in the whole world. This is why Esau's trying to make sure he kills as much as you Negroes, Latinos as possible, as kill as much people as he can, because they want to prolong their life on the earth. But the Most High has them has them with declining birth rates from long time. Google. This one's from 2005. This one's from 2020. Yeah, like I could get you could get specific and go like to Italy. Where's that one? Starts with the S. Sweden. You got Greece. I think. Oh no, was it Greece? But either way, the European nations are their birth rates have been declining for a long time now. So lucky. With that going into that, with Esau already gonna be the minority in the Americas, is showing you that the Most High made them not to have their lives prolonged in the earth, right? Giving them pale skin, right? It destroys them. Then Esau and his philosophy, being that homosexual, transgender, abortion, all that stuff, that's against life. So naturally, their kids are the ones who take it up the most, more than any other nation, and they're the ones who being a bunch of transgenders and not trying to give birth to any children. The other nations ain't about that like that. The other nations are trying to grow. Esau is trying to die, right? And main people who follow suit are our people. But nevertheless, the more they afflict us, which you see on the news, Esau's afflicting us like crazy, the more we're multiplying, and they don't understand why. So I'm gonna let some of this play, get some more precepts.
Thank you, Loveline Turner, for the super sticker. Okay, please give me a 1 if you can see my screen.
Okay.
All right, let's get started. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, this came out in the Daily Mail. Changing face of America. Non-whites and Hispanics now make up the majority of people under the age of 16, as census data shows non-Hispanic whites could become a minority in 25 years.
And Esau always tries to cook his numbers. It probably gonna be less. It would be probably be lesser than that, if quicker than that. Already saying it that under the age of 16, they're they're already outnumbered. So
Non-whites and Hispanics made up the majority of the people under the age of 16 in the United States for the first time in 2019. As the new Census Bureau figures show, the nation has grown more ethnically and racially diverse over the last decade. And by the way, I want to thank one of my subscribers, Fred Williams, for this article. Data released on Thursday show a demographic shift in the United States that could see non-Hispanic whites become a minority in 25 years. So according to figures,
which look at that, we're in 2020, so then that'd be like around 2045. Which Esau been saying, and now they're saying 5 years less. So you already know, but the Most High said He's gonna shorten these days, right? It's a good thing that our people are having kids. It's a prophecy, but it's not. It's gonna come back to bite them. Let's see, Matthew 24:22. Right, because the Most High is trying to shorten these days. See, Esau's already gonna lose in the long run. So how is the prophecy gonna come to pass unless the Most High shorten those days? That's why Esau is coming down with that wrath. See, because their elites know. Their days are numbered. Esau is the losing team. It says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time." And don't get I don't want to hear nobody talking about oh, that's talking about Satan. Satan is controlling a certain people, right? Let me show you John 8. The devil is also a man too, and the scriptures will show you that. It says so John 8:44. It says, "Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father you will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth." He was a murderer from the beginning. Who was the first person that murdered on the earth? Get that Genesis 3 or 4, I think. Cain was the first person that murdered on the earth. It says, this is Jeremiah 4:8, and Cain talked with Abel, his brother, and it came to pass when they were in the field that Cain rose up against Abel his brother and slew him. Right, and Most High said unto Cain, where is, let me jump to verse 10, and he said, what hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood crieth unto me from the ground, and now art thou cursed from the earth, which hath opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand. Okay. So he was a murderer. Cain was a murderer from the beginning. Cain was a man. Slocky. I don't know why I opened that, but he came from Adam and Eve, which was the chosen lineage, which was not Eve, Adam and Eve, just Adam. Right, and before anybody, just to cover myself again, before anybody, not even to cover myself, is some people don't have that understanding. And say, because Yahawashi was talking to the Jews, right? He said, "Ye are of your father the devil." The Jews. He's saying that because the Jews weren't doing the will of the Most High, Yahawah. They were doing the will of Satan, man. And the Romans. It says, but look, he says, Jeremiah 8:40, but now ye seek to kill me, a man that hath told you the truth, which I have heard of the Most High. This did not Abraham. Ye do the deeds of your father. Then said they to him, we be not born of fornication. We have one Father, even the Most High. This is what they're saying. This is what they're telling Yahawashi. We don't do the deeds of our fathers, right? We do. They're trying to say they do what the Most High says. Right? It says Yahawashi said unto them, if the Most High were your father, you would love me. See, you trying to kill your brother, but the law says not to kill your brother, right? For I proceed forth and came from the Most High, neither came I of myself, but he sent me. Why do ye not understand my speech? Right, why do ye not understand my speech? Yahawashi already knew he already knew they wouldn't understand, and he knows why they don't understand, even because ye cannot hear my word. Right, you read in John 10, right, you're not of my sheep, which is, those sheep were the Jews, his own people, but they're not of the elect, man, that were chosen from the beginning. Right, so he's telling them, because you don't understand, you're not of the Most High, and you're gonna do the will of Satan. Mainly the Romans too. These guys are all about the Romans. They aren't about that. Where's Jude? Let me get that in Jude. Then I'll go back onto this topic. It says no, not this one. Where is it gone in the way of Cain? Because that's what our people were doing. They were oppressing. When we had our own land, when we were in Israel, we were oppressing each other and we were worshiping other gods. Right? It's in Jude. Okay, it's 1 and 11. See, it says, woe unto them, for they... Okay, let me start at verse 10. But these speak evil of those things which they know not. See, that's what they were doing to Yahawashi. They didn't understand. They didn't understand the prophecies, because they were carnal. Most High didn't open up their minds to understand it, because they weren't of the sheep, even though they're Israelites. It says, but these speak evil of those things which they know not, but what they know naturally as brute beasts, in those things they corrupt themselves. See, they only understand the natural things, but even when the things they understand naturally, they still corrupting themselves with it. Now you can't tell nowadays. You can't tell nobody nothing. Everyone's right in their own eyes. See, it says, verse 11, woe unto them, destruction to you who think like that, destruction to you who can be reproved, for they have gone in the way of Cain, and ran greedily after the heir of Balaam for reward, and perished in the gainsaying of Korah. Right? It's talking about Israelites, man. They have gone the way of Cain. You Israelites were taught the law not to hate your brother in your heart, not bear a grudge against each other, to not avenge, not to oppress each other, right? Not to usury on your brother, to rebuke them, to instead rebuke them and not lay sin upon them, not suffer sin upon them, but instead our people were going around oppressing each other. Which I'll show you. Well, you could read the accounts from Slakia, First Kings, Samuel. I mean, then Samuel was trying to, not Samuel, Saul was trying to kill David, right? First Chronicles. Then you got Jeremiah, Ezekiel. But let me get that one in Ezekiel for you guys. It says, "Son of man," Ezekiel 36:17. "Son of man, when the house of Israel dwelt in their own land, they defiled it by their own way and by their own doings. Their way was before me as the uncleanness of a removed woman." Right? We were doing what we were doing. We were worshiping Balaam, offering up our children to idols and things like that. Right? We were oppressing each other. "Wherefore I poured my fury upon them for the blood that they have shed upon the land, and for their idols wherewith they had polluted it." Okay? So, when we were in our own land, we were oppressing each other. We weren't keeping the law in truth. Right? Murdering each other, whoring out each other's women. Same thing we're doing today, except we were in power and we were on top. And now we're at the bottom, and someone else is ruling over us, and they're oppressing us, and we're oppressing each other. Why? Because we don't keep the law. But either way, it wasn't the ones who were in power weren't the righteous, weren't the elect anyway. So now it's they had their time. Now it's gonna be the elect's turn. Okay. But anyways, the Most High is gonna shorten those days, and the Israelites who have in those children, they ain't gonna get to enjoy their children. Okay, because Esau's gonna come down with that wrath, because he knows he has but a short time. Because we're waking up, the elect's waking up, and the Most High is forcing them to start moving, so that, because either way Esau has to move, because they're gonna be the minority in their country, in the Americas anyways, right? And then on top of that, we're waking up, right? And he has a plan that he has to do, so he has to start forcing his hand. You know, he has to start making moves. The Most High is making him make moves. He doesn't have a choice. If you want to start chipping people, you want to get that mark of the beast, you want to get your new world order, you got to move now. Esau. So that's why the hell's about to break loose. The time of our troubles coming, when Most High's gonna have to shorten those days. So on top of that, so people are having children and things, but if you're not the elect, if you didn't repent you didn't seek the Most High before him early, 2/3 gotta go. So they ain't gonna get to enjoy those children. It says in Luke 21:23, "But woe unto them," that this was going into the 70 AD. Yeah, it's around 66 AD to 70 AD, destruction of Jerusalem. But then it's gonna be the same thing today. "Woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days, for there shall be great distress in the land, and wrath upon this people." The same thing with Jacob's trouble, man. There's gonna be wrath upon us. You ain't gonna be able to enjoy your kids, because our people are thinking they're thinking they got a lot of time. They say the vision is not for now. Why can I not find Ezekiel? Ezekiel 12. It should be in 12. But get it. Here it is, 12:22. It says, "Son of man, what is the proverb that ye have in the land of Israel, saying, the days are prolonged, and every vision faileth? Tell them therefore, thus saith Yahawah power, I will make this proverb to cease, and they shall no more use it as a proverb in Israel, but say unto them, the days are at hand, and the effect of every vision. There shall be no more any vain vision, nor flattering divination within the house of Israel." So he says, "For I am Yahawah, I will speak, and the word that I shall speak shall come to pass. It shall be no more prolonged, for in your days, O rebellious house, will I say the word, and will perform it, saith the Most High Yahawah." So it's coming to pass in these times. Esau doesn't have a choice. He doesn't have a choice. Look at his statistics. He doesn't have a choice. Okay, so they're not gonna get to enjoy their children. Only those of y'all who have children, the Most High is gonna protect you, and your children, no matter what you gotta do. But the rest of your brothers and sisters, they ain't gonna have that. They ain't gonna have that. Okay, it says see, this is talking about the 70 AD again, destruction of Jerusalem again, but it's gonna be the same thing today, right? And this one is going into you see, yeah, this one is going into now. See, it's woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. See, people they're relaxing, they're chilling, they're not thinking anything's coming. The Most High is gonna strike as a thief in the night. Let me get that in Isaiah 32. I might just get all these precepts, man. It says 32:9, rise up, ye women that are at ease, hear my voice, ye careless daughters, give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless woman, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Tremble, ye women that are at ease, be troubled, ye careless ones, strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. They shall lament for the teats, and the pleasant fields for the fruitful vine. Okay, what are the teats? What are the teats? A nipple of the mammary gland of a female mammal from which the milk is sucked by the young. Well, yeah, because you're not gonna have children to really nurse like that. You're gonna be in survival. The vintage will fail. The vintage, which I'm pretty sure is going into Slovakia. Right, the year of place in which wine, especially wine of high quality, was produced. Which that production, man, the production's gonna fail that your goods. It's not gonna come in. Let's see, look at that. The grapes of wine produced in a particular season, harvest, crop yield. When the time you're expecting things to be there, it's not gonna be there. It's gonna fail, and they're gonna be wondering, why, Lord, why did this happen? Well, first of all, everyone's being wicked. Why should the Most High bless this place? Why? So let me drop this and go to Psalms. So 14. Okay, this is Psalm 14:1. This is the majority. This is the mindset these people have in these days. It says, the fool hath said in his heart, there is no power. They are corrupt. And everyone who says that, they are corrupt, man. They're corrupt. They don't do any good works. Especially these Edomites. You know, these Edomites are so pride. They saying it's all about their technology now. We're going to Mars to forget the Most High. We got technology, but they're evil, man. They're mean, they're evil, and they're oppressive, and they're destroying everything. So it says they are corrupt. They have done abominable works. There is none that doeth good. The Most High looked down from heaven upon the children of men to see if there were any that did understand and seek the Most High. Right? They are all gone aside. They are altogether become filthy. There is none that doeth good, no, not one. Of all the workers of iniquity no knowledge, who eat up my people as they eat bread, and call not upon the Most High. All these nations are come to the Americas, wherever we're scattered, and help oppress us with Esau. Right? Some of them don't believe in gods, and others do. Right? But nevertheless, they don't know that we're the Most High's chosen people. Right? But they're helping oppress us, man. They're eating up the Most High. These people who work iniquity, they're eating up my people, and they don't even call upon me. There were they in great fear, for the Most High is in the generation of the righteous. I'm telling you, the Most High is coming soon, man. He says he's in the generation of the righteous. They're gonna be in great fear real soon. Ye have shamed the counsel of the poor, because the Most High is his refuge. Oh, that the salvation of Israel will come out of Zion. When the Most High bringeth back the captivity of his people, Jacob shall rejoice and Israel shall be glad. Where's everybody in this? But notice the time that we're in, and how right by the end of the chapter, salvation is coming. You're living in it. So you gotta understand, you're living in it. There was something I wanted to get. Is it Numbers 24, how it says Israel shall not be reckoned among the nations, right? These modern times, gosh, I can't find it. He saith, it. Oh my gosh. Wow. Let me just get it. Numbers 23 and 9. Okay, it says, but take heed. Oh no, I'm on mark. And this is Numbers 23 and 9. It says, for from the top of the rocks I see him, and from the hills I behold him. Lo, the people shall dwell alone, and shall not be reckoned among the nations. What does the word reckon mean? It's like to acknowledge, consider or regard in a specific way, include someone or something in, be of the opinion. You know, we're not reckoned. We ain't get included, right? You go ask for reparations, the white man say, what reparations? They gave the Japanese and Jewish Edomites reparations. Esau says sorry to he forgave and made amends with everyone else except us. So we don't need it because the Most High is gonna come and do it for us. We just gotta repent and have that faith, and be faithful unto the end, endure to the end. Yeah, man. The time is coming. They're not gonna be able to enjoy the children because they didn't take heed. They didn't take heed. So yeah, it's nice that they were getting or multiplying now, but it's not gonna be. It's not in the long run. It's not gonna be. It's gonna be to naught because at the end of the day, 2/3 gotta go. Keep opening this one up. Okay. So I just wanted to make a quick one on that. So with that, I want to say, call Halal, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Hope y'all are edified. Shalom.